picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. Okay, why is this a thing? The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for research and talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system. The Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. What? Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, the true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, and most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. There's so much reading. Oh my goodness, what is this over? Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Okay. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy, the names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? Oh, Hajime, you're so naive. This manga only mentions the names, though, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those reserve course students, right?
But hold on!
Oh my god. That's weird. Oh, you're here again. What a loser. Go away, Monokuma. You're so annoying. The thing that's weird is you, of course. Huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were a part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve course students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories from yourself. Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. Why didn't I do that? It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault? I forgot. That's not it.
Come on.
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, it's expected of a reserve course student. What the heck? We're still... What is this? Are we doing another class trial after this? Reserve Department has been added. I don't think any of this matters. There's 5A. Is this where I was from? I think I was already in here. Oh! There's something here. Book. More books? Do we have to read more? This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. The Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy by Monaco. This one is manga for morons. Excuse me? Wasn't the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? That's why Hope's Peak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? Monaco is gonna come and take it if we try. Here we go, more reading. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, As the name suggests, the tragedy of Host Fake Academy occurred at Host Fake Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura? That's not... What? Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Host Fake Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope's Fake Academy, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. Oh my gosh. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and conceal the incident as though it had never happened. Wow. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of reserved course students who had been long dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began, and that heralded Hope's Fake Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Fake Academy. Well then, eventually that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited, Danganronpa 0. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope's Fake Academy. What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident, a talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. He always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. But for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. Poor Hajime. That's right, the reserve department. Here it says that the reserve course students in the reserve department began uprising. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. We have like a secret... Do we have like a secret talent? Like all this time we're gonna find out what our talent is? Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope's Fake Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? Is it Junko? I mean, they're not even the same. This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. We've never even heard about Izuru before, like this is the first time. The mysteries just keep piling up. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, this one's available. The bio, where all the bodies were kept. Oh my god. Are they available? Are they all open? Oh, there's another manga. I guess we're just reading manga now. Well, what the heck is this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I stand still, I might just end up freezing to death. I should hurry and investigate so I can get out of here already. Oh, Monaco! I've been found. Oh.
I've been found.
Oh my goodness. I guess I'll read the manga then. Oh! There's another manga just lying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Here we go. I knew it. The next one will obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might just turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. That's a scary picture. It's like Home Alone. She looks terrified. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I said that word really weird. Whichever, I already forget which word I said, but it was weird. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the rising by the reserve course students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. But by then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if an era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and whatever that is began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain, just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by a high school student progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. All of this, like, lore that we're getting. That's insane. The fact that they just, like, actually started killing people in real life over that. All that stuff. My heart was racing, and it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. And the reserve people started it, so that means if this is really true, then what's happening on the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? High school student who doesn't like mangas, like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough! What is with this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world. Whoops. Whoops. For you not to remember that. Such despair. That's future Radiation's fault though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. Jeez. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. He's like getting us ready for the outside world. Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. It's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps... No, that's definitely it. Jeez. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this Ultimate Despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they're actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then are the villains who are involved and connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Okay, that was close, I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Okay, well, I think the only one left is 5B, but that's where we were, I think. Was it? Oh my goodness. Hi. No, I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Okay.
Jeez.
When I went inside his room, the bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be crappy either way.
Damn right.
Slowly handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do that either.
Hiya.
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? I should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. High school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. You're getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me? It's about that piece of information you've been waiting for so long.
What?
Surprise! It's about Ultimate Despair. Huh? Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl? Junko?
Yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima.
Hey,
As a former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. Oh, former. There you go. Because she's dead. And created the Ultimate Despairs. There was really one horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me.
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some messed up organization created by a high school girl. Those who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest things of power.
Phew.
Connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. She even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat. Oh. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize that threat?
Huh?
And what was their purpose?
Huh?
What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? Does it even make sense? They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
Hey,
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko as Junko. What are you saying? You're self-pledging. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko is so full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. What the heck? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko created the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled the despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was all dedicated to Junko. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children, they dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko's name. For example, they killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible.
What?
Do you know about the final days of the reserve corps students during the tragedy of Holy State Academy? Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. What do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of
They
course.
fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, 2,357 students of the Reserve Department all committed mass suicide. Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
All 2,000 students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded, huh? Is that me?
Damn it!
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate Despair, Junko. It doesn't scare me at all, I mean.
Bastard!
Junko is already dead. Huh? Ultimate Despair has been added. The department has been updated.
What?
I'm surprised. Do you want to hear about the Ultimate Despairs again? No, I don't really.
Hey,
He's starting on his own. It's fine already. Stop. Can I talk to him? Hey, Fuhigo, is it true what you said? Junko is really dead?
Huh?
What, you didn't see? There's a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. I was not allowed in there. No, wait. What was that you said about the killing school life? Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Fake Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey.
For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko is dead.
Like...
Turns out that the killing school life was part of that biggest, most awful, whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Fake Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Fake Academy, and she took away their memories? That's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel person. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
So...
Students of Hope's Fake Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch the symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up!
Huh.
That must have plan was stopped. Junko and Ashima failed. Junko asked the student she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monaco's story is true or not, doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Junko isn't alive anymore. I don't know about that. I mean, because like her little minions are still alive. Who's our enemy? Junko is already dead. Are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind us? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we were involved in resemble that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the heck is imitating Junko and making us go through all this, but imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit!
The students from Hope's Fake Academy stopped for the real deal. There's no way we'll lose to someone's fake. But if this is really an imitation, are the surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Killing school life has been added. Ultimate Despair has been updated. Man, Hajime, you totally knew about that story, huh? What? Do you have a problem with that? I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's gonna happen if you do that?
Ooh,
One step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character. Not making any sense here.
Well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside.
Yeah!
I'll raise the flags like crazy. Should I leave? Oh. Huh? It shaped to a different hallway again. So sudden, what's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right, there's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Looks like we've got Akane over here. How many rooms do we have available? Do I have heels? Listen. Hajime, are you wearing heels? Guys, switch your nose like a beast and examine your surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Based on my gut
Well, you know,
feeling.
it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. What do you mean? Who?
so...
I don't know, it's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
Still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. Did Monaco just say about the main cast coming? What? It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. What is this? What in the world? Oh, we've got the music. Okay. We have to read more manga? Really? What the heck is this? This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. It's a monument. Looks like it's some sort of monument? Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that, the mark engraved into the monument is the symbol of the Future Foundation, right? To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The blood symbol is short passages engraved. The graduates of Hope Speed Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope Speed Academy? Huh? I didn't know this world ended? This is completely different. He completely made it up! I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. It's a very nice looking grand piano. It might be very valuable. Ibuki might have been able to play this. What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? Clearly there was a forming sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. We're writing the report we gave you the other day. We have obtained information of a person who claims to be a survivor of Hope Speak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. We're even wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope Speak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko rallying them. In the worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing to life. Well, how did that work out? Here we are again. Also, if they are survivors of Hope Speak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins, and we haven't located them either. We'll continue investigating this now. Also, regarding a separate matter, we received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed, since we can proceed with the experimental phase of Neo World program. Huh? So that's what we were in before Monokuma showed up. Survivors of Hope Speak Academy, 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. The Academy of Survivors has been added. Guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope Speak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No. As Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate spirit who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There's no way that's a research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there are still so many mysteries. What the heck? Office, Teacher's Lounge. I remember this place as well. Huh. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe...
Probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. Yeah, the sound, hey, you mentioned it, it does look like that. Why are there flowers on every desk?
Well...
Apparently, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. List of subjects. Is that Hiyoko? There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? Is that Hiyoko? Hiyoko! The list of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that are names I've seen before. It's all of us. Ultimate Imposter. And Hiyoko. There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hiyoko Sayonji is written there. What is this newspaper? She looks like a adult. What is this? This is Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. This can't be the same Hiyoko, right? I mean, the Hiyoko we knew. She was much smaller and looked much more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. And she's dead. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way you can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure. Too different from the Hiyoko we knew. Maybe it's like her mom? They have the same name? What does this mean?
Huh?
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hiyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hiyoko here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first name and last name. An older sister with a first name and last name.
I mean...
That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister?
Man...
Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
Wrong!
She doesn't have an older sister. Hiyoko is the Sayonji family's only daughter. She doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No. There's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you
That's Hiyoko.
saying?
Huh?
Of course not!
I'm saying, Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for a childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap looking like that.
Well...
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt. What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Today,
Oh my god, all the
feeling
clues are provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? This is the truth? This is the truth in the Hiyoko and in this newspaper. Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist?
Hey, hey!
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
This is
It says
bad.
subjects. Maybe it means there's some kind of experiment, right? Did the experiment change Hiyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, and our names are also written on the blackboard under that list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
It doesn't have anything to do with time travel. How much longer is this game? Oh my goodness, I thought we were gonna be done, but like, there's so much going on. Let's look at this portrait. An overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before. The name etched into the play card said, Post Peak Academy founder, Izuru. This is the guy? Founder of Post Peak Academy in this name, Izuru. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I've obtained earlier? Yeah. Another mystery. Was that it? Wonderful. I think that's all. Monaco!
Huh? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm super serious. I'm serious about when this game is gonna end. No, I didn't.
Are we screwed? Hey,
I should look around here some more. Oh, the hologram. I just figured it was normal since I've seen it. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko and Oshima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is in order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess it's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much an all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Remnants of despair. Fantastic. Oh, well. Okay, with this we've totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. You can now go on to the next stage. What? Next stage? I get to go upstairs. Fantastic. Another floor. Third floor. Not again! This hallway is different from last time. I guess when the flag Monokuma went to his ways, I moved to a different hallway than promised. But how can you do that? No, I'm not intended to be confused by that. Thinking about it is just going to waste my energy. Rec room. Wait, is this the room that... Oh no. This is the room that Sakura died in. Why is that floating? There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think about a room like this actually exists in a school. File. It's a file with Host of the Academy seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously, Monokuma is responsible. I need to confirm it. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Host of the Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we'll birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms, and I had no idea what I even meant. However, the word true hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Must the Academy was something behind that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope, huh? There we go! This hologram again. What's this one say? Looks like another email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we were unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others, so we decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remains of this term, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We'll continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Updated! Jeez. Are we doing another class trial after this? It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why are we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, at least it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up.
What's this?
Anyway, Hajime, if you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey!
Are we like seeing into the future? They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
No, no!
Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all. Somewhere that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Let's leave. What the what? Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. What? Huh? What?
It smells...
It's close. It's very close. Someone is coming. Guys, Sajira knows and examine her surroundings.
Based on my
They're
gut
definitely
feeling.
real close. At least that's what my gut is telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? Let's see. My gut feeling is... They're both.
Yo!
He's right. They're both. Both? What do you mean?
You.
I don't know any details. It's just my gut after all. Well, I guess it's true. Fair enough. We're still upside down. Level up. Oh, what about my pet? Is my pet still alive? It is. How are you? Yeah, it's just one. This is weird. I'm like on the roof. I'm not even like on the floor of the ceiling. Or what? I'm confused. And we're not even questioning that we're upside down right now, and we're literally floating. This must be a library. Monaco probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. I guess the hologram? This hologram again. It must be another one from the Future Foundation's email. This is Future Foundation 14th Division. Makoto! Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you who joined the Future Foundation because you agree with our ordeals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape? This email is addressed to Makoto, but he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Makoto! I can't leave Makoto alone for even a game. Well, oh, we still have 2B. Oh my goodness. That one was much slower. But this is a laundry room. Oh, didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in the laundry room. Okay, I guess it's just the tablet PC. This is the tablet computer. It looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo World Program. This word, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and saying it a few times already. The Neo World Program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World Program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software to develop the Neo World Program. Individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist. Ultimate Programmer? Wasn't that Chihiro? Oh no. She was a computer programmer, so... We're among the many talented people whose research results we utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World Program allows the subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. How nice. Additionally, the Neo World Program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is explicitly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. That's how they got rid of our memories. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world program. A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. Ah! I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I am starting to accept that there's no way something so crazy as this actually exists.
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up? Including me too? Synthetic virtual world. How nice. Now we're on the first floor, right? First floor? Last floor? Are we almost done with this game?
Hiya!
Oh. Hey, how are you doing? Do you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? No. At this point, I promise you that you are a world that truly deserves to be called a game. You guys are the only one watching this who can save them. The other world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it. Ah! My eyes! This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... Stop, I can't. Just go, hurry up and go. Hi.
Well?
Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo? Huh? The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. Am I saying this right? Nocebo is the exact opposite, which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions. If the brain believes something is real, it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh my.
I am not sure. I do not fully understand. What the heck? Oh, well, there's the trial door. Monaco. What's going on? The moment you discover that the truth is a lie, all hope will disappear. Gee, thanks, Monaco. Really appreciate it. Alright, let's go into the classroom. 1B. This has got to be the last thing. Please be the last thing. Big object? Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. You haven't questioned anything else but this? What in the world is it? The moment I looked at the object. Whoa! Is it a coffin? Code. I don't remember how to read these. Chihiro! Welcome to the New World program. A person? A floating person is talking to me. That's Chihiro! Is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is my name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk? But what are you? Alter Ego, artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. It's not feeling familiar again. This floating, like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet or the ground, like I can't even believe in my own existence. You should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has admitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is where the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo? If I'm able to answer your question, where is this place? Answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certainly, portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears this space is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry. I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There's no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths, they're all just fiction. Is that... Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Can you tell me? Can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope. But the fact that we're here and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's not the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Monaco was right, we did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery to me too. Creating the program of the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, while it's still in experimental stage, I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. It's okay. Are you saying we're the lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It just sounds like we're lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Was the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry, I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new worlds make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the Observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all, but the Observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they'd seem the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there's no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole a portion of my abilities, which contained my authority to build the world. It was like it was a Grandmaster chess player. I just really tried to fight back so I wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monaco Rock and the Funhouse. It's a dude, Hajime! Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. Alter Ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this alter ego? So that virus possesses an artificial intelligence just like her? What the heck? An artificial intelligence vision and attacking against another one. This is freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program is just in isolation. It's possible it was infected through the network. Or a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly bought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer when the Neo World program was installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility, but the only person who could enter that facility is someone who is a member of the Future Foundation. What am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Am I assuming that everything is a lie? What? Observers has been added. That's Chiaki and Monaco. We got this. Ah, but it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. But I'm still able to defend the essential areas, so it has a limit too. A limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end this program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Hey!
Okay, even if you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you.
How strange.
If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you're just between life and death. The death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can... be parallel to. Oh, okay. Reflection based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. And there, the something change results by cutting off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and accelerates and crosses with the joint ownership of the world. In a situation from the context invites your death, 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 hey? Death, 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 death. Don't hurt alter ego, I will kill you. My game! Makoto? What the heck? What just happened? Makoto! You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe you can't hear my voice from the side? Oh! I just hit my mic. Sorry. I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished in that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really wanted to save you right away, but because of this virus's interference, I couldn't. Orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo program is beyond our control now. And now that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But alter ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope. It looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there is no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. But first I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus is lurking inside the Neo World program. It's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just a virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program with you guys. But this is the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? Wait, so we're in the Neo World program right now? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us anyway? Or how? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037? 11037, that's the number we found in Zumi Castle. The door of the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you all finished gathering the hope fragments. And then you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared the password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance is slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left that 11037 password in a place where the teacher would not be able to go. I never thought the Nagito who saw it first would erase the password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in Anoma. I know that. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm trusting that will to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But the person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they're going to crush you guys with despair using the graduation exam with waiting. I want you to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there. Because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean there's a secret plan to defeat Monaco? In a worst case scenario where an observer who has the role of a teacher goes rogue, I prepared a hidden command to use the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, I already said the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. In order to do that, I need someone to get that, to somehow get that number. No. No, you're so close! Every time! Every time we're right there and just... Stupid death.
Say what?
Just now. Touch me, what was that weirdness just now? Nothing really. I see.
Anyway.
Oh, well, anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. if that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless. So, I'm gonna butt in again. Aw, poor alter ego. Did Monaco not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. About what that guy said about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see it'd be bad if Monaco overhears. That means Monaco doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. Still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? Is the same for the killings too? Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't that all be meaningless too? When the world... When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? 1, 2, 3, 7. Halfway there. Halfway there? Oh, come on. Shutdown sequence has been added. Okay. I'm gonna end it here because I'm tired and my voice hurts. And I'm sorry if my voice was so bad in this little sequence. I cut it and stopped, and then I'm playing at a later time. But I'm gonna have to play at a later time again. I thought that we would be done with the game. I thought after that happened it would be over pretty soon, but it wasn't. And I'm pretty sure we still have to do another class trial, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait. I thought it would be the last one, but it wasn't. My bad. But we'll continue next time, and I'll see you guys then. Bye bye!